Good afternoon from Florida, survivors, and welcome to another session of Qigong with Kevin, sponsored by Aortic Hope. Big shout out to Aortic Hope for all they do. They do so much to help us survivors get through survivorship and move on past our aortic surgery. So thank you, Aortic Hope, for sponsoring this session. And thank you for all you do for us trauma survivors that have moved past our aortic surgery. And I'm so excited still about Qigong and what Qigong can do for me and you as survivors of aortic dissection, aortic aneurysm, aortic surgeries, and any kind of cardiovascular trauma. So thank you for joining today. This past week, I have been working on alternatives to coffee. I've got my cup of coffee over here for the afternoon, but I was thinking about in the morning when we wake up, the very first thing that I have historically been trained to do is run to the kitchen and get that coffee pot going. I love the smell of coffee, and I especially love the taste of a little bit of half and half and that jolt of caffeine. However, there are deleterious side effects that come along with the caffeine, as we all know. A lot of good benefits to caffeine, but we have the increased pulse rate, which is not good for aortic survivors. We have the higher blood pressure from caffeine and several other potentially non-good issues that can arise from too much caffeine. So I've been looking at alternative ways based in traditional Qigong to wake up. And of course, the first thing we do when we wake up is our eyes open. So what I have been doing this week is say, as soon as my eyes open in the morning, is saying, hello, liver, because in traditional Chinese medicine, the eyes are the flower of the liver. The eyes and the liver are intricately woven in function and in blood flow and in qi flow. So one good habit to start in the morning as soon as your eyes open is to say, I love you, liver. Thank you for everything you do. Now, in traditional Chinese medicine, the Hun spirit, Hun spirit, is the spirit of the liver. And the Hun spirit is responsible for imagination and inspiration. Hun spirit inspires us throughout the day and throughout the week. So encouraging our liver in the morning is a great way to start the day. Opening our eyes, we say, hello, liver, I love you, liver. And then, of course, we can do eye exercises, other basic Qigong movements while we're still laying prone in bed. Sit up on the edge of the bed or laying prone in bed. I also like to do body tapping. Body tapping is just a great way to affect the qi in a positive manner in our body in many ways. I want to talk today just briefly about the importance of our fingers and our fingertips. We can use our fingers to tap our body, and also the important acupressure and acupuncture points on the tips of our fingers and how the meridians run through our arms. So being prone in bed before we get out and run to the coffee pot, we can actually get that qi moving through our body in a very beneficial way to have energy and have inspiration and have just a positive outlook for the day, right at our fingertips before we hit the coffee. And of course, it's always good to drink a lot of water before you start putting that. I love the taste of coffee. Water is good. So let's talk about what we can do after our eyes open. We say, I love you, liver. Thank you, eyes. Start with tapping. A really good place on our body to start with tapping is the lung channel. Lung 1 starts just below the collarbone on each side of our body. There's a little depression, but I like to put my 4 fingers together and about 1.5, 2 inches below the collarbone is lung 1. We can tap 7 times, 9 times, 27 times, however many times you feel. And tapping on the lung 1 gets the lung chi going. The post spirit on our lung wakes up, and we get that lung chi going, bringing fresh oxygen into our body. So let's start on the lung channel. The lung channel runs from lung 1 down the inside of the arm to the thumb. We can tap down the lung meridian into the thumb, and we can tap back up. And I like to do a purging run, purging tap down. Let's purge out all the old stale chi from the night and bring in some fresh chi. Now we'll switch over and do the other side. 4 fingers with your left hand, tap about 2 inches below the end of the collarbone here. Arm outstretched. We're going to go down the inside, the medial side of the bicep, down the arm to the thumb, back up. And thank you, lung. Thank you for all you do. Now let's take both hands and tap over lung 1 on both sides. We're going to envision a bright white light. White is the color of the lungs in traditional Chinese medicine. And in the 5-element theory, metal is the element associated with the lungs. So let's tap on lung 1. Now we're going to do some brief purge sweep of the lung channel, starting at lung 1 and swooping out the finger, the thumb. We remove out old stagnant chi from last night. We're going to bring in, imagine, brilliant white light, fresh chi into our lungs and feel our lungs filled with brilliant white light. Other arm. Start at lung 1 and sweep out that old stagnant chi. Sweep it out and bring in beautiful white light into our lungs. Okay, the next channel we'll talk about is the large intestine channel. And the way I remember the different channels on the fingers, each finger is associated with a different channel, a different meridian, except for the pinky, it has 2. So it's easy to remember the thumb because the thumb pointed out makes an L, L for lungs. And we can wiggle our thumbs whenever we're having trouble breathing during the day. If we're at the office desk and we feel a little bit stuffy in our lungs, we can just wiggle our thumbs. Nobody ever notices, but we are working that meridian, opening that meridian, and removing any kind of stasis or stagnation. So the large intestine is on the pointer finger, which is truly the largest finger on the hand. So largest finger, the large intestine, good way to remember. L, the thumb for lung, a pointer finger, largest finger, or large intestine. We'll talk about the large intestine in just a minute, but the pericardium is the middle finger. And then I have several things I could say about the pericardium finger, but I'm not going to say it. So the triple warmer is the ring finger. Now, the ring finger is easy to remember as a triple warmer because rings on the ring finger make you feel triply warm. That warm thought about whoever gave you that ring on your ring finger, triple warmer. Finally, the pinky is both the end point for the heart meridian and the starting point for the small intestine. And that's easy to remember because the smallest finger and small intestine and heart are both paired meridians, but they begin and end on pinky. So going back to the large intestine, let's start at the large intestine. The channel starts right at the tip of the fingernail, where the base of the fingernail, where the fingernail meets the skin. This is called a Jing-Well point. And just FYI, it's really good for reviving consciousness. So if you're ever at your desk doing the nodding chicken, which I've done so many times before at work and school, the Jing-Well point right in the corner of your fingernail and your skin, if you take your other fingernail and press into it, you can feel why it would revive consciousness. It really does send out a rushing stream of qi. I call it the qi. And that's not my original term. The qi means when you can feel the flow of qi. So by pressing on large intestine 1, right there on the finger, you can feel the qi flow through your body. So we can tap up the arm to the back on the shoulder, to the neck. It actually goes on the face. So we'll tap back down. Switch over to the other arm from the ring finger, tap up the outside of the arm. Large intestine channel, it's a Qigong channel, comes up outside of the arm, up the neck, and then back down and out. So we'll do it again on this side, tapping up, tapping the yin and yang channels on our arm in the morning while we're laying in bed. It's just a great way to get the blood flowing and the qi flowing in our body. It is a hot, humid day here in Florida, I can tell you that. I'm on my back porch and it is drippy. I have to do some pool therapy a little bit later. Okay, let's do the pericardium. You'll tap up the inside of the arm, pericardium, and back down the inside of the arm to the pointer, to the middle finger. Other arm, tap up from the middle finger up the inside of the arm, back down. Now the triple warmer, with the outside of the arm. Triple warmer is also known as Sanjiao, or triple burner. You can feel the qi beginning to flow in your arm, up the yin and the yang meridians. Remember, the yang meridians are on the outside of the arm, and the yin meridians are on the inside of the arm. Finally, we have the pinky, which has the heart meridian, and the heart meridian actually starts in the armpit. Out, back up with fresh, beautiful red light for the heart. Red is the color of the heart. And we'll end tapping on the arm with the small intestine. Being a yang channel, it runs up the outside, the back side of the arm. Other arm. Okay, come back to Bao Qi, palms facing up in your lap, and notice the qi flowing through your shoulders and your arms and your hands and your fingers. Let's take 3 deep belly breaths. Breathe out, belly expands. Breathe in, belly contracts back to the spine. This time on the inhale, we're going to let our sides expand and our back, our kidneys expand. Lower Dantian breathing. Expand on the inhale, contract on the exhale. Expand on the inhale, contract on the exhale. Now, let's talk about a few other good points to tap in the morning before we get out of bed, or while we're sitting on the edge of the bed before we run to the coffee pot. I really like Kidney 27. Kidney 27 has so many benefits that you can derive from tapping in the morning. Kidney 27 is the very last point on the kidney meridian or kidney channel. So kidney 27 is located just below the collarbone, just a little bit out, a couple of inches lateral from the midline of the body, the linea alba midline. So we can tap with our 4 fingers, or we can make a crane's beat and tap on kidney 27. Kidney 27 had, oh wow, I feel the chi flowing through my back, down into my hips and legs. Kidney 27 is such a powerful point. It's really good for balancing yin and yang, for moving the chi through our body. Any kind of kidney problem really stimulates the kidney chi, kidney 27. Also, I like to tap on the thymus gland. Thymus gland is right here in the center of the chest, behind the sternum. Now, the thymus gland is very active, producing T cells and white blood cells, supporting our immune system. We are teenagers and young children. But as we get older, our thymus gland begins to shrink. So it's very important to keep blood flow and chi flow to our thymus gland. When the thymus gland begins to shrink, that process is called involution. You can look on Google, involution. We want to reverse involution by tapping on the thymus gland area. Okay, another good set of points to tap in the morning are stomach 1, 2, 3, and 4. They are on the face. There are actually so many acupressure points, tapping points on our face that are very beneficial for us to encourage a good morning. Stomach 1 is just right below the center of the eye. You feel the bone just right below that bone is stomach 1. Stomach 2, 3, and 4 are just below stomach 1. So the stomach meridian forms a line. And it's great to tap right below your eyes. You can feel the chi just beginning to flow in a positive manner. Tap from stomach 1 down stomach 2, 3, 4. Back up to stomach 1. Back down to stomach 4. Back up to stomach 1. Back down to stomach 4. Another great point is do my 20, governing vessel 20. Now we know that do my channel runs up the spine and our back over our head, and then meets the Rinmai, the conception vessel that runs down the front of our body. But by way, do my 20 is right on the crown in the center of our head. And it's this point that is really serves our connection with the heavens. Our central channel, when we're standing, connects the heavens down through our body into the earth. It's a powerful chi and energy channel, the central channel. And byway is the upper outlet in our body, right there on the crown point of our head, right in the center. Byway, do my 20, governing vessel 20. And I love tapping on this point because it sends blood through my skull, which hopefully is going to help some of my hair grow back out. But definitely, we need all the blood flow to our scalp and our head and our brain that we can get. Gently tapping on byway is honestly as good as a cup of coffee for waking you up. Okay, go back to Bao Chi, palms resting on your legs in front of your body. And another good self-massage technique that I like to do in the morning is to massage my eyebrows. Now, there are many meridian points associated with our eyebrows. Too many to mention in this quick Qigong session here today, but a really good practice is to start at your inner eyebrow edge and massage your thumb underneath your eyebrow, finger on top of your eyebrow, massage to the outside edge, and then massage back in. You are stimulating so much chi flow through your body. This is such a good practice to do in the morning. You can take your fingers on the outside tip of your eyebrow and just rub gently, rub counterclockwise, rub clockwise. Massage those eyebrows. There's also some really good conception vessel points. The Renmai channel. Renmai runs right down the center of the front of the body. It's the yin channel, whereas Dumai in the back is the yang channel. Right underneath your lip in the center of your chin is a really good yin Renmai point to tap. This point, gently tap, can do wonders moving chi through the channels. Really helps ground you, sending grounding energy, balancing yin and yang. Okay, before we end with a quick yin massage down our neck, I wanted to show you my beanbag. This is my Yochi beanbag from my Yochi Qigong teacher, Marissa Cranfield. And it's just a beautiful little cloth bag filled with black beans. It's got a zipper on it to fill. But I love using the beanbag to tap down the meridians. In the morning time, wow, you could so feel the chi flow up and down your arms, up your neck, into your head. It's just so amazing. Much better than that first cigarette of the day or the first cup of coffee. Hopefully nobody smokes. Anyway, if you get a chance, I think you can get these on yochi.com. You can make one, or you can find the tapping bean bags on Amazon, I'm sure. And the beans have just enough ply in them, but they really do help circulate the blood right underneath the skin. They help loosen up any kind of stagnation that your fascia might have from resting overnight. Fascia does have a tendency to tighten up at nighttime because of the lack of movement. But for the legs, for the arms, for the back, and even for by way on the top of the head, beanbags are really good tapping. Okay, let's put our hands behind our head and massage our neck a little bit. Good morning neck. This is another good technique to add to our awakening before we go get that cup of coffee. Massaging the neck. And I like to, as my teacher, Marissa, shows us, rub down the neck like you're patting a kitty cat. Feel the chi flow through your body. Feel the blood flow. One of the beauties of Qigong is removing and releasing stagnation. Come down by the breasts, to the abdomen, reach around and massage your kidneys. Give the kidneys a good rub. Say, I love you, kidneys. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for giving me the gene essence of life that you give us. Now, let's finish by taking 3 Dantian breaths, hands in Bao Qi on our legs. Notice the chi flowing through our body. Notice how we feel. Inhale, sides, back, and belly expand. Exhale, contract. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Last time, survivors. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Thank you again, Aortic Hope, for all you do. Thank you, Yochi Qigong, for teaching me so much. Thank you, survivors, for tuning in and learning about what Qigong can do for your body. As always, may you be blessed and filled with Qi.